We are talking about Alex Hormozi's launch genius and his $100 million leads. And then I want to actually share with you one of the biggest takeaways that I have extracted from his book thus far. So let's dive in. Do you want blissful balance in your personal and professional life? Great. What's up, guys? My name is Cary Jack, and I want to help you happy hustle a life you love, one full of passion, purpose, and positive impact. I'm a lifestyle entrepreneur, a professional model / actor, a digital marketing specialist, a podcast host, author, a biohacker, an eco-warrior, a martial artist, a hippie cowboy, and a humanitarian. My goal is to educate, inspire, and entertain you to live a life of passion, purpose, and positive impact. It is time to happy hustle your dream reality. $100 million leads by Mr. Alex Hormozi. This book is gold, and he launched it in a genius way. And I want to share with you how he launched it, and the one thing that really stuck out for me that actually put him on another level in my own perspective. But really, I want to get into the number one takeaway from this book that I think really you should implement ASAP. So let's get into it. What's up, y'all? My name is Cary Jack. I am the Happy Hustler, lifestyle entrepreneur, and author and founder of The Happy Hustle. And I'm really pumped about this one because let's face it, Hormozi's been blowing up. I personally met him at Russell Brunson's inner circle years ago before he was really known much at all. Yes, he had, his business gym launch and was crushing, but not really, the personal brand game that he has today. And yeah, he's just a good dude. I really respect what he's building, how he's showing up both online and offline. And I want to give him some kudos, some daps, some love on this episode and actually break down some of the things that I saw that were genius from his launch. So initially, he launched his book, $100 Million Leads, in a non-traditional way. He didn't do like a big, in-person book signing or a conference per se. He did it online in more of like a webinar style, kind of Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi-esque, where, he's got the monitors and the Zoom, everyone zooming in, and he had a full presentation with the slide deck. And, he basically went slide through slide or slide by slide, breaking down his book, adding a bunch of value. But then one thing he did that I thought was genius was he created this massive offer stack, and he literally pulled it from Russell's playbook on Dream Webinar. It was like, here's, what I'm giving you, this amazing course, and the value of the course is, $1,997. And then the next thing I'm giving you is this, ebook, and, this is the value. And then this, audio version, and this is the value. And he just went through the offer and he stacked the value, building the perceived value, to exponential levels. And everyone on the webinar, at least that I can, that I know of, was like, okay, what's this thing going to cost? Because I'm probably going to buy it. Because he did such a great job presenting it and pitching it and then building the perceived value of it. But at the end of his pitch, where he was just stacking value, I think he got the value, to over $15,000. And he was like, but you're not going to pay $15,000. You're not even going to pay $10,000. You're not even going to pay $5,000. You're not even going to pay $2,000. And he slowed down. The inflection points with his voice, his energy, he slowed down, and he's like, I'm just going to give it to you for free. Boom, mic drop. Everyone was like, what? We're getting this for free? The chat you could see was just firing. Everyone was like, what? And I got to say, it was a gangster move. I was like, kudos, dude. Tip of the old hat. And I got his hat here too, the acquisition.com. I was like, tip of the old hat here, buddy, because that was a gangster move. You really, he could have sold whatever the heck he wanted on that webinar. He had the attention. He says he had, close to 500,000 registrants. I don't know how many people actually signed up. I think it was maybe, or who were live, maybe 100,000 or two. But, I know a lot of people probably watch the replay. Who knows about those stats? But of the people that I saw on there, they were fired up that they get all of the value that he just delivered, or that he just stacked, delivered to them for free. And it was pretty cool how he did that, because he built all this value up. And I'm sure now more people are actually taking advantage of that free content way more than if you just would have said, you're going to get all this great stuff when you buy the book, right? Like, that's the difference. And that's really what the genius is now people are going to pay him with their attention and their time, more so to consume his free content that he put on acquisition.com. And you can actually go there and just take his entire course. It's a video course, and he does a great job. I went through, a good amount of the videos, and I was like, this has a lot of value. And it's really cool to see. That's a genius way to launch the book and the free stuff with it. And his whole thing is he wants to get companies to, over $1 million in profit, in order to then invest in them via his vehicle acquisition.com. Right. And so he's not playing the small game, trying to make a couple mil on this webinar, like selling like a $497 product or service. He's trying to build up these entrepreneurs and these, aspiring business owners to then one day think of all the goodwill that he built. And then when it comes time, they reach out for an investment, and acquisition.com gets a minority share typically, or maybe he buys them out outright. But regardless, that's the long game, and it's smart. And I give him kudos for it. And it was a genius part of the launch. Now, I want to get into the actual book. And since I just got the book, I've been listening to it on the audio version, because he has it on his podcast. So you can check that out. But the most impactful thing that I want to share with you thus far is this right here. And that is the core 4. Okay. So the core 4 is essentially how you can build an audience and get engaged leads. And this is something you should implement right away. In my opinion, this is something I've been doing for years, but I haven't seen it broken down in this simplistic format. And that's why I really want to highlight it. The core 4 is really these 4 different ways that you can get leads. Okay, so I'm going to break them down. Whoa. Apologies for interrupting your programming. But I have to tell you, the best investment you can make in yourself is one in which helps you acquire skills. You've probably heard people talk about, just invest in yourself and you'll be successful. Yes, that's true to a degree, but you have to invest in skills that will ultimately help you achieve your desired results. And I think one of the best skills one can possess, be it an entrepreneur or an aspiring entrepreneur, is the sales sword. Really knowing how to sell, utilizing pressure-free persuasion, which will make you more money and more impact. Now, if you want to know how to sell more efficiently and effectively, I just launched a sales course called The Proven Roadmap Process to Selling Millions of Dollars and helping you to increase your conversions, guaranteed. And you can get access to this new sales course that The Happy Hustle is launching at thehappyhustle.com/sales. And if you act fast, you'll get it at the lowest price it'll ever be available, because we are launching it and we want to gain amazing testimonials and social proof to further share this knowledge. So if you act fast, you can get it at the lowest price it'll ever be. That's at thehappyhustle.com/sales. Now let's get back to this episode. It's post free content, run paid ads, warm outreach, and cold outreach. Okay, so post free content, run paid ads, warm outreach, and cold outreach. Like, that's it. That's how he breaks it down. And he has it in this way where that if you're watching, you can see, it has people that, as a column, people who you don't know. And then on the, I guess that would be the x-axis, 1-to-1, and then, which is like more private, and then 1-to-many, like public. And so he does like a little square diagram on how you can get leads, these core 4 ways. The first and most, simplistic way is really just to post free content, right? And that's to the public, and that could be to people who you know and who know you. Um, and then another way would be warm outreach, which is more private, right? And it's people who know you. Now, the way that you could do it in a public outreach format is run paid ads, but those are the people who you typically don't know. And then you could also do cold outreach, which is in a private format, but those are also people who you don't know. Okay, so this is like just a breakdown of how you can get leads. And he goes into the lead getters, which I want to kind of show you. It's like there's two ways, that you can get leads. You tell people about your stuff, or others tell people about your stuff. And he puts it here. And that's one of the things that makes him, really great at marketing, is he breaks it down in such a simple format. And there's just two ways. You tell people about your stuff, other people tell you, people about your stuff. Like, you think about it, that's really it. And he talks about the lead getters. So I want to break this down for you. Okay. There's customers, affiliates, employees, and agencies. Those are the 4 lead getters. Okay. And those are basically the other people that tell you about, or the other people that tell other people about your stuff. Right. So the way that you tell people about your stuff, we already went through. Those are the core 4, right? Post free content, run paid ads, warm outreach, cold outreach. But the lead getters, this is, how you can get leads without you physically having to tell people, or like reaching out, through the DMs or whatever. You can actually have other people, and oftentimes it's your customers, in more of like a referral format, right? If you have a solid referral program, highly recommend that. The second way too is affiliates, right? Like if you have affiliates, they, promote your thing, you get money back. It's a win-win, right? Agencies, which is like paid traffic, paid ads, right? That's like, when you're going to scale, that's usually the route you go, is you have an agency that like will help promote your stuff. And then employees, your employees can reach out and tell people about your stuff. They can help you post free content, etc. That's like the breakdown, guys. And you need to be implementing the core 4 and those lead getters. In my opinion, if you want to be a happy hustler, you want an influx of leads that are literally like knocking down your door to actually, buy your products and services. Hormozi breaks it down in the best way that I've ever seen. And yeah, kind of like blowing him up here, but I'm doing it because it's the truth. I want to give credit where credit's due. I'm that kind of guy where, and when I see something like great out there, I want to share it with you guys in my own perspective, but I want to give credit. And this is something, that deserves credit. So he also breaks down in section 5, the actual like entire framework of how you can get started. You got to figure out the problem that you want to solve, and then the solution in solving it, right? And then you got to get understanding, like, leads. And he talks about a lead magnet that can actually pull people in, and then you can sell them, after you've built a little trust, right? Trust, building the know, like, and trust is imperative. And then he talks about how to get leads with the core 4, and then how you can actually get the lead getters, right? So that's like the process in that order. And then getting started, you build your roadmap, your plan, and you just put yourself out there. And then bonus is you have calls to action. I like to layer in ethical scarcity and urgency, but that is such a powerful framework for you to leverage $100 million leads. I mean, it's worth the read, y'all. Okay. And I mean, again, you guys, that leads are really what make your business either successful or fail. If you don't have leads coming into your business, or at least the ability to close prospects into clients, then you are going to struggle, and it will be a struggle to be your own boss. And he has $100 million offers as a book, which is a precursor to $100 million leads. If you don't know what to sell, I recommend checking out that book first. But $100 million leads is, it's like the faucet. You need to turn on the faucet to get people into your business, so people can buy your products and services. So ultimately you can positively impact more and more lives. That's what all this is about, is positively impacting people and making, money in the process doing it, right? Helping people put the happy in their hustle. That's my whole mission, like solving the problem of imbalance. How do we do that with our soul mapping framework, right? And, I have my book, The 10 Alignments of Being a Happy Hustler, and, how you can avoid burnout and achieve blissful balance, right? But my book isn't really a breakdown on business to the degree that Alex breaks it down. And my book is more so on how you can live a holistically balanced life, both personally and professionally. And so when I see people who are really crushing it in their niche, and specifically this niche of like actually acquiring leads, I want to share it with you. I want to share my 2 cents on it. And obviously, this is just a 30,000 foot viewpoint on it. If you want to go deep, you buy the book, and you listen to the audiobook version. If you don't want to buy the book, just go to his podcast. He's got it for free, and check out acquisition.com and go through that video course. There's a lot of assets he's given away for free that you could build a successful lead generating machine in the process. I got to say, it's the best I've seen out there. So shout out to you, bro. Clapping it up, tip of the old hat, all the things. But regardless, guys, I hope this was valuable for you just to hear my take. And just hopefully you take some action on this and actually, start to build that lead generating machine and put the happy in your hustle, right? And really start to make more money and more impact than ever before. So I hope this was valuable. Check it out on those links in the description if you want. You can go to acquisition.com. I have no affiliate here. I'm not making any money or like getting anything from this. I just want to highlight those out there, putting good stuff into the business world content wise. And really, he's doing that. So shout out to him, and check out $100 million leads, and keep on happy hustling a life that you love, full of passion, purpose, and positive impact. I'm out, y'all. Peace and love.